SANDS have no pity. The inhabitants of Zeta 115 often say that. The same they instill in their children from an early age. And this is what they whisper about, sitting in their dilapidated shacks, waiting for the impending storm. Many believe the planets are living beings and compare them to people. And just like a person living out their years, life is slowly going out of Zeta. From the once lush green planet, now what remains are a couple of barely habitable poles. But due to severe sandstorms, even the last inhabitants will soon be forced to leave these dead lands in search of a better future. Just like the human circulatory system, Zeta also has its blood arteries and veins, hundreds, if not thousands, of railway lines connecting the poles. Daily trains loaded with the necessary things leave the industrial north for a spaceport in the south, bringing water and other supplies to the people of the north on the way back. However, there are extra cargoes or special customers who prefer to keep their business to themselves. Such freights are carried along some abandoned routes, away from prying eyes. People who are engaged in this work are called striders. These are fearless fellows, even desperate ones. Risking their lives, they alone carry particularly precious cargoes, fighting thirst, fatigue, and sands. Water pumps are a great fortune for a traveler crossing the desert. The transporters extract the last remnants of waters hidden in the depths of Zeta, biting into the rock-hard ground. Once used by railroad builders, these pumps now save the lives of striders, allowing them to quench their terrible thirst and replenish supplies. Tanians were one of the peoples who inhabited Zeta before the Confederacy got there. Once known for their technology, the only thing remaining of their former glory today is a few smuggling, slave-trading tribes. Traveling primarily by airships and having no access to the orbiting satellite system, the Catanians have nevertheless achieved considerable success in predicting sandstorms, which they report via bugle call. Anyone who hears this sound should immediately seek shelter and hide from the severe sandy wind, threatening to smash everything in its path in a matter of minutes. A storm is coming. The SANDS don't forgive mistakes. Is it the strider's fault? Or is it all because the mount broke at the wrong time? Well, it no longer matters. Soon, everything will be swept away by a deadly wind, leaving only a flat, sandy surface behind it. And that would mean certain death for a strider, because surviving in such conditions is a true wonder. Once upon a time, the Catanians built huge cities here, but under the pressure of the Confederacy, they were forced to leave these lands. Even today, one can find some giant mechanisms left by the Catanians in this area. However, no one, not even their descendants, can explain the purpose of those tools. But one thing is sure, the Catanians managed to keep balance between technological development and comfortable life on the planet. Before the days of the Confederacy, over 80% of the Zeta surface was an ocean. But time doesn't stop even for the planet, and it has changed its face completely. After the discovery of Kelvin, the main component of spaceship fuel, the development of Zeta became a #1 task for the Confederacy. Negotiations with the local government failed. The military invasion of Zeta began. The Confederacy killed everyone who disagreed with the new policy and covered the planet's surface with a network of Kelvin extracting platforms. This depleted groundwater resources, turning Zeta into a lifeless desert. For a strider, a rail car is more than just a vehicle. It is a vital tool to survive in the desert, and for some, a true friend and ally. But sometimes you must leave it too, to continue your journey through the endless desert, to stay alive. Under different circumstances, one could say that escaping the paws of the slave traders was a real stroke of luck. But don't forget that you are in the middle of a desert. A storm is coming. The SANDS have no pity. They see weakness, feel the first signs of it, and brutally crack down on their victims, leaving only a flat, sandy surface in their place. Soon, the last deposits of kelvit will be exhausted, and that is when the people will leave these lifeless deserts forever. But they will stay. They will finally become rightful owners of these lands, the SANDS.